Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a full body flexibility practice. I am going to use my bolster if you want something to lay on, and I'm also going to use my strap if you've got something to make your arms longer. Find some space to move though, and let's get started. So we will begin today laying down. Now, if you have a strap, have it close by. But if you have something to lay on, you have some options. You could have, well, depending on what you've got to lay on, you could have it the long way, so it's underneath your head, your shoulders, and your entire spine. Or maybe you have something that's a little bit shorter, or you just want to turn it. This will be a deeper back bend if your head is resting on the ground and just the middle of your back is kind of arching. You can also lay flat on your back. But I'm going to go for the deeper back bends. So just make sure your hips are on the ground. Maybe you're laying on something here, and make sure your head is also touching something. The hips and the head are touching something. And then depending on what you're laying on and how you're laying on it, your shoulders might be floating a little bit. Your arms might be kind of forced to be in a certain position. But you can decide what you want to do with your legs. Once you've given your spine, your back a chance to get used to this position, you could bring your legs into either a diamond shape. You could keep them out long. Maybe the knees stay bent, the feet planted on the ground, or you can even bring the feet a little wider and let your knees tip to the middle. Totally up to you. But close your eye. Give your body a chance to soften or make adjustments if it's not happy with where you've placed it. But can you take a slow breath in and out? Allow your day to slow down. Soften your forehead. Relax your jaw. Maybe starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, more relaxed. If you do happen to be laying on top of something, we are going to be taking it out. So take your time, move slow. Bring your arms to your sides, your feet to the ground, and then set up so that you can take whatever might be under you out and off to the side so that you can come back down and lay flat on your back. And if your strap isn't already close by, grab it. You might hug your knees to your chest, rock or sway side to side. And notice the sensations that are already starting to flow throughout your body. We're gonna be bringing our left foot down to the ground and lifting our right foot up into the air. So if you have a strap, you can place it on your right foot. If you don't have a strap, you can hold on to your leg in any way. But if you can relax your head, your shoulders on the ground the whole time, that is perfect. Send your right heel up. Find your hamstring, your calf. Your left leg can stay bent or you can straighten it. Maybe a gentle press of the low back into the ground as well. And you might, if you are holding onto a strap, you might try to take the bend out of your elbows by holding up a little closer towards the foot and kind of push your shoulders down to the ground as well. So maybe feel some length through your arms, through your wrists. Let's stay for another breath or two. And then start to bend your legs again, maybe bringing both of your feet back down to the ground. You might sway your knees side to side a few times, shake it out a little bit. However you need to move, so that you can switch sides to lifting that left foot up, sending the heel high, hold on to that leg or your strap. A gentle press of your low back into the ground, finding your hamstring, your calf, your ankle. Maybe the right leg will lengthen too. And if you're trying to take the bend out of those elbows, can you kind of push those shoulders, drop the shoulders towards the mat as well. And finally, enjoy a few breaths wherever you happen to be. Awesome work, you guys. You can take another breath or two and then start to bend the legs and bring your feet back down to the ground. If you are using a strap, you can place it off to the side. If you want to hug your knees to your chest, you can do that too. Maybe rock or sway side to side. And then we're going to be coming all the way up to our hands and knees. So you can roll over or rock yourself forwards, but come up to tabletop just for a moment. You might give your hips a little bit of a sway. Still shaking it out a little bit from that hamstring stretch. We're going to be moving our knees over to the right side of the mat and then bringing the left hip down. So we're going to try to stack our legs on top of one another and turn our chest to face forwards and lift our chest up a little bit too. So you can push into your hands or maybe your fingertips to lift the chest. Try to level out the shoulders. You might be feeling a twist here through your back. You can stay lifted, or you can drop down to your forearms, trying to level the shoulders with one another. Now you can get even comfier here. You can use your pillow if you've got one, bring it under your chest, maybe just lay down on the ground. But our legs are still stacked, they haven't really moved. And maybe you're resting on your forehead or one cheek. A little extra stretch for the neck if you choose the right cheek. And then just one final option. We can stay here, or you can lift up to your forearms a little bit at least. If you want to stay with your lower body like this and in this twist, you can, or you can come back up to tabletop because we're going to try to bring our right arm underneath our chest. So you can lift up any amount. And we want to slide that right arm underneath our chest. So if this isn't working for you with your legs here, come back all the way to tabletop, left arm forwards and right arm under the chest and drop that upper body down, getting into that arm and shoulder. If feeling good here in the twist, this is a really deep shoulder stretch, so you can stay here, but we're all just trying to bring that right arm under the chest and bring the chest and the head towards the ground. So wherever you are with your body and that right arm and shoulder, you can start to lift back up. Lift the chest back up. If you still have your legs or your left hip on the ground, come all the way to tabletop. Give those hips a little bit of a sway, maybe even the shoulders. And just let that go. And we're not going to start with the shoulder. We're going to start with bringing our knees to the left and dropping the right hip down. So our legs are stacking on top of one another. We're just going for that twist. Turn the chest to face forward. Try to lift the chest up by pushing the hands into the ground and trying to level the shoulders. Now you can stay lifted if you'd like, or you can find your forearm. Our legs really aren't moving. You might stay on your forearms, or again, not adding the shoulder yet, but you can also lay down more, maybe on top of something to get a bit comfier. Maybe try to rest on the left cheek this time. So you can decide, maybe come up to the forearms again. Are you going to come all the way to tabletop, to your hands and knees, to bring the left arm underneath the chest? Are you going to stay in the twist? It's a really deep stretch, so definitely optional. No need to force anything. But either come all the way to tabletop and bring the left arm under the chest and drop it down. Or maybe you still have the knees off to the left side, still in that twist, and our left arm coming underneath the chest. So wherever you happen to be, we can lift up and off of that left arm. If you're still in the twist, find your way to tabletop. Give your hips a little sway side to side, maybe even the shoulder. Take just a moment in child's pose. You can bring the knees as wide as you want or keep them together, but leaning forwards, lower the chest, lower your forehead. Take a slow breath in and out. When you are feeling good to move again, you can lift up out of your child's pose. You can bring your legs in front of you, so sitting down. Maybe giving your knees a hug or a squeeze. And eventually finding your way onto your back, just flat on your back. But you might bring your knees to your chest. You might even bring them wide. You can let your feet dangle, or you can reach for your feet for happy baby. Just a gentle press of your low back into the ground again. Maybe even a sway side to side. And if you do have your feet lifted, if you're holding on to them, you can start to bring them back down, the knees together, the feet all the way to the ground. And one leg at a time, you can send them out long, your feet nice and wide too. Maybe give your hips a little scooch, little wiggle. And rest your arms anywhere that is comfortable. Just notice your body against the ground. Notice how you feel in this moment. And as always, I encourage you to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste. If you enjoy my yoga classes, be sure to join my membership right here on YouTube. You'll get access to more classes every single week, and those classes are longer as well. You'll even learn some more information about me. So if you haven't already joined my membership, click the link in the description down below, and I will see you on the mat very soon.